Mm. All right, let's go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live hosted by me, Mr. Philly. Today we're doing a Tony's Pizza review. Yeah, the classic Tony's, the cheap one. Yeah, the one that you buy when you're making minimum wage. Still, I'm just kidding. Never mind. Actually, who said that? When you're living off a really crappy paycheck for the week, this is what you buy. So I got the meat lovers just because I know the plain cheese isn't that great. The plain cheese, um, like I know that's the one I've tasted many times before, but I think of the meat lovers, maybe that would give it more flavor. Like I say, I always say I don't really like meat lovers, too much meat on my pizza because I think it takes away the flavor of cheese and sauce, tomato sauce. But when you're having frozen pizza, it's a little different ball game. So, um, yeah, meat lovers, pepperoni, sausage, and ham. I think so. Yeah, I think that's what it says. All right, so we're gonna give you a bite and give you my thoughts and my ratings. All right. And I put red pepper flakes on it. I should just eat it plain Jane as it is, so I can give you the real taste of the flavor. But anyway, all right, here we go. Mm, mm. Okay, I guess the meat does make it taste a little better. Mm. Pepperoni is not bad. Mm. Tony's Pizza, frozen pizza, just plain Jane. Food. um. So honestly, I hate this as much as I hate to say this. This one tasted better than the DiGiorno. Maybe because I undercooked the DiGiorno last time, but I actually do taste a little better flavor. Let's try the crust. It's a New York style, thin crust, but the crust tastes a little better on this than the DiGiorno one. In my humble opinion, only the wood fire is okay, but um hello, how are you? Um, but like I don't know, I feel like this one actually came out better. The Tony's came out better. I mean, really, it doesn't take that much. You just heat it up in the oven or whatever, but I think I put this in there perfectly. Usually I take my pizza out too soon, more than I should, but or I take it out too late. It's pretty easy to do that with frozen pizza, but I don't know. I think the meat really did make a little better flavor for Tony's Pizza. So this is Tony's Pizza, the real cheap pizza that you buy. But I gotta say, it really wasn't bad. I guess in my humble opinion, if you don't get the cheese is not that good at all. That's the more crappier version. But I guess all in all, I did taste a little. To me, I didn't taste the cheese as much, but I did taste more of the meat. I think the meat really gave it the better flavor, the pepperoni and the sausage. I think it made up for it. So if you're on a budget and you want to buy cheap pizza and you want to buy Tony's Pizza and all you can afford is Tony's Pizza, do the Meat Lovers Tony's Pizza. I would give that a solid 5. That's average. It's not bad. Mm. But of course, sometimes taking accountability, if you leave it in the oven too long or leave it in too less, but it's really not that hard to make frozen pizza or whatever. You just throw it in the oven, but it doesn't take into account, the cheese pizza. Like I have tried the cheese pizza, and that's usually what I buy all the time. But yeah, I for Tony's the cheese pizza is just really gross. But yeah, the solid 5 for that one. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? Mm. Plus, I'm also pretty hungry tonight too. I haven't eaten all day. Anyway. Mm. Mm. I hope everybody's having a good week. Happy Wednesday to everybody. I hope everybody has a good weekend. Happy 4th, early 4th. I know that's coming up. Hmm. I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. Um, it's been I don't know, it's been a little different week. I felt like I was, last night I wanted to do a live. I only stayed on for 10 minutes, but I got really, really tired, which is really weird because, I've always had sleeping problems, which I mentioned before. And, and I fell asleep at 11 o'clock last night, but I was feeling kind of sick, so I don't know. I think there is some kind of sickness going around. My sister has a sore throat, so there might be something going around. I don't know. Yeah, I slept pretty good. I actually got some sleep. Better sleep than I normally get, but it's also my fault, like I was talking about last night. Health wise, you really shouldn't look at your phone doom scroll when you're going to bed because that actually creates more stimulation to your brain. You should actually try to slow your brain activity down so you can get it ready for bed, doing more reading or whatever. So yeah, unfortunately, it's my fault. So yeah, I usually don't fall asleep till 2 or 3 in the morning. But yeah, last night, 11 o'clock, man, I just kind of felt like a bus hit me, and I was like, I passed out, which is like I said, is first time in a very quite a long time that I got to bed that early. I mean, that's pretty early. So I just thought that was pretty interesting. But anyway, so the other thing this weekend, also, hello, I can't read all that. um, so I don't know about how it is and where you guys live and everything, but where I'm at on the 27th of June, a lot of fireworks places open up, and I'm thinking about buying some because well, I live out in the country right now. I'm staying with my parents; they live out in the country, so the ordinance doesn't matter. But in the little city that where they have fireworks, where I usually buy or wherever they're going to set it up, I think now you can actually you can put you can light off fireworks from the 27th all the way to the 4th. So, but I'm not really sure. It used to be only the 3rd and the 4th, but actually I got to ask again. But I know in a lot of cities they're much more strict on that. And I know like in Ohio, and I'm pretty sure in Philadelphia it's probably a lot different. Like in Cleveland, Ohio, or whatever. But yeah, you can't really shoot off fireworks only if it's on the 4th or whatever. And I don't even know if you're allowed to shoot them off in the city, but I don't know. It really depends. But I just know this because a coworker told me the city ordinance changed. So no, I didn't. I are you? Thank you. Anyway, so that'd be nice. I'm thinking about buying some, but I really need to start looking up. I do need to do more research, but because there's just so many different fireworks now. But I think nowadays, like, well, one of my coworkers was telling me that one place that he goes to is like they have barcodes now, so you can scan them and they can tell you exactly what the fireworks do or whatever. So anyway, that'd be kind of nice. But that's what I really need to do. Well, you'd be correct. I am Irish. Not a big fan of Irish cuisine, though. I mean, I hate to say it, and I've had this discussion many times with other people. I think Irish cuisine is kind of boring. I don't like Irish soda bread. It tastes funky. I mean, they have like the pasties or whatever, meat and potatoes or whatever. And they have corned beef, but like the corned beef sandwich wasn't even really originated there. So yeah. In the culinary world, I feel like they could do so much better, but no, Italy kind of really outweighs them. Mm. Which is weird, my mother, she has a little bit of Irish too in her, so there's Irish on both sides. But my dad's 70% Irish. And well, it's funny though, Irish and Italians kind of hate each other, but they kind of do marry a lot. uh, Hello, Chelsea. How are you? How's your day going? But yeah, I know I need to look more into that, the city ordinance and everything, and how, like, when and where you can actually shoot off fireworks, because I know in my little town, you can actually shoot them off now between the 27th and all the way to the 4th, which is going to be nice. And I know in some major cities you really can't shoot them off unless they're the 4th. And I don't even know if you can shoot them off on the 4th of July, honestly. But I live in the country, so I might actually. I know what my parents, going when I was a kid, actually, I had to beg my parents to buy 4th of July fireworks for 4th of July. They just hated buying them. Mm-hmm. Oh, Gotham. Gotham, hands down, was the best so far. And then the animated Superman series. That's all I can think of. But yeah, Gotham. Oh, yeah. I talked about that the other day. I think that they should do a reboot of that show or recontinue it. How about you? But yeah, going back to what I was saying, fireworks really are expensive. I don't know how much I want to spend. You really got to spend a lot. But I appreciate those cheap fireworks, those little snappers, and those little black snake ones. And that's all I could really get when I was a kid. The cheaper ones. Oh, Batman the animated series. There you go. I grew up with that show too. I have not seen The Boys, but people keep telling me I should watch it. But I think the latest season. I don't know if they're done or not. The latest season has gone a little political or something, so I don't know. I could be wrong, but somebody was talking about that at work, so I'm not really sure. No, I heard The Boys was good though. I don't know. I just can't bring myself to watch it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I would have loved to have gotten into that more. They did a crossover once with Batman too, or probably more than once. That was good. Yeah. Where did I? Anyway. Ooh. Oh heck yeah! Hold on one second. Sorry about that, guys. I was just trying to readjust. One of the legs broke off my camera again. This is like the 4th time I bought the same type of LED lens, but they just don't really last that much unless I hardly ever use them. It's only $20, but anyway, I really, I'm considering, and I'm probably going to get, for when I start cooking now, you get a little stand too, 'cause that's what I really, really need, just to move it around a lot more often. Although it's just harder to find outlets where I'm at. But yeah, there's a limited amount of outlets with all the lights, because my kitchen that I'm using is under renovation, so it's just one of those things. Anyway, anybody have any questions, concerns, comments, or any suggestions on which frozen beach I should try next? Let me know, or what I should cook next. This weekend, I think we're gonna make spaghetti alla assassina, assassin spaghetti. I forgot. Oh, now crap. I forgot how to pronounce it already, but have to look it up. Yeah, I think that we're gonna do that tonight. Mm, I never saw the original Predators, but I did like AVP Requiem. Okay, that was okay. Um, Alien versus Predator. Which one was it? Yeah, the one, not the one where they went to the Arctic, the Antarctica, or whatever, or the North Pole. But yeah, the other one. That one was okay. I thought that one was better. Even though the Alien versus Predator movies really didn't do that well, I think they were both flops at the box office. But I didn't see the first Predator, and I didn't see the second one, so I don't know. I should watch the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then the next one played Danny Glover. I know about those movies, but yeah. But I was never really, not really as big a sci-fi fan as I am horror fan. The Alien movies were okay. Not my favorite, but they weren't bad. I forget which one it was, but I think it was Alien 3 was Sigourney Weaver. That one was pretty cool. It was pretty interesting. I like just because the certain actors were in it. Charles S. Dutton was in it, and then Brad Dourif. That was actually kind of cool. Am I a Sopranos fan? Is the Pope Catholic? Yes, I'm a Sopranos fan. Oh, I guess this conversation is turning to my favorite shows. Peak. Okay, I'll have to look into it. Yeah, I'm debating on watching. I have so many shows that I'm watching right now. Just finally started watching the Star Trek: The Next Generation, and just started watching what do you call it? Oh, now I can't remember. Family Matters, an old show. I want to rewatch it again, even though I did watch a lot of it when I was a kid. But yeah, trust me, I'm watching all the classic shows that I've missed when I was a kid. Well, I mean, I watched them, but I missed a lot of them. I missed a lot of episodes, so I'm rewatching. I'm reliving my childhood right now. I grew up in the '90s, a really good decade for shows and cartoons. One of the last best decade for cartoons, I promise you. Favorite sport? Oh, that's a good question. I'm not really big into sports. I like bowling. Bowling's kind of fun. I mean, it depends really to watch or to play. That really depends. To watch, I mean, I don't really watch sports that much. I just learned who Messi and Ronaldo were recently. I mean, I'm not stupid when it comes to sports. I'm not. I'm being not gonna lie. Um, but soccer, I wouldn't watch the World Cup. I mean, it's just not me. But NFL football is really much pretty much all that I would watch. And if my teams ain't playing, I don't care that much. I mean, if I get invited to a Super Bowl party, I'll watch it. But like, I would like last year, I watched it just for the commercials, and I just watched it for the halftime show. But I don't think it was that good. Not even because of the politics. I don't even think it was that good last year. But yeah, I mean, a lot of times the teams that I like, don't really go to the Super Bowl hardly ever anyway. But that's about it. I think it's the only competitive, fun sport to watch. It is fun to watch my teams. How they play and everything. I mean, because they are talented people, and it's nice to see that type of talent. But no, college sports, no, it's hard to follow because there's so many sports. Now playing, I used to play football when I was a kid, back in high school. So I think that is a fun sport. That's up there. I think really I would say my number one sport, I guess if you can call this a sport. I'm more of a poker player, more of a board game type of person, but I'd say if I had to pick out as of right now, I mean like golf and pool. Pool, that's a sport, I guess, right? And golf. That's fun. That is actually enjoyable to play for me. Or well, fishing too, fishing. So that's up there. So if you eliminate fishing, that would be pool and golf. That's pretty much it. That really requires two people though. So anyway, Well, thanks for the question, though. Hello, how are you? I don't know what that is. I'm not a gamer. I mean, so many people that I speak to sometimes are gamers and they talk about, gaming and all this technical stuff. I really don't speak nerd and I really don't even know what half the people are talking about. And all these achievements you can unlock. I used to play back when Halo 2 was a thing. That was it. And I did get into it. I did like deathmatch and everything. And yeah, Halo 2 is probably the last that I played. That's how old I am. I mean, if I had the opportunity, I would. If I had a gaming system and I found a game that I liked, I would play. But funny story, I lived in this one area and I actually did have a gaming system, and this was back when Xbox One was a thing, and then I actually got it. I actually got it stolen, and I just never really had the motivation to buy another one. No, but I know what that is. I was thinking about buying one of those though, something like that, an old vintage Sega or whatever. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing those old school games. Some TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or whatever. Hmm. Well, I mean, I can't answer everybody. I mean, sometimes that does happen. Like when I'm in the middle of a conversation. But how are you, E Breezy? I apologize. How are you? I mean, sometimes my memory goes shot, and I don't remember everybody that comes on my life. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's just hit or miss sometimes. Maybe I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. Maybe my memory's just shot today. I don't know. It was a really long day at work. That's possible. Oh, like I said, I used to play Halo 2. I would play Spider-Man. Oh, I love Spider-Man too. These are all old school games. I'm a dinosaur here, but yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog, yeah, those are the type of games that I would play. And played a few racing games, I can't remember, but yeah. Hmm. Whoops. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, yeah, can't really think of anything else right now, but yeah. Yeah, and sometimes I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Sometimes, when I read comments, I'm like halfway through after they sent like 10 messages. They're making a statement or saying something that I have no idea what they're talking about because I just missed the last 10 things they said. So, yeah. Thanks for the sub, though. I really, really appreciate it. But yeah, spaghetti alla Cecina. Assassin spaghetti. That's what we have for this week. I forgot. That was the one thing that I wanted to finish talking about. So, it's going to be really interesting. I figured. I'm in Missouri. Missouri. I figured. Well, he hasn't been too inappropriate, so yeah, just letting the watch time take its course. Really, I'm gonna be in New Jersey in about 2 weeks. No, next on the Fourth of July weekend, maybe, or the week after. You ever been to Atlantic City or Wildwood? Well, that's the plan. Yeah, Atlantic City or Wildwood, New Jersey, or Atlantic City. I don't know if you ever heard, but yeah. Many times. Well, there you go. Wow, small world, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to Philly next weekend, and if we have time, hopefully we will. We were gonna go down to Wildwood. So yeah, me and my brother. So yeah, I really would like to make a live about that and love to make a video about it because I used to go there when I was a kid all the time. I lived in Philly for since till I was 8 years old. We used to go down to Wildwood or Atlantic City for almost every year. Yeah, it was so much fun. Right on though. You know what I'm talking about. I didn't take a vacation last year. I really need one. I mean, I usually go there every year. I mean, I wanted to go someplace different. I might tell my brother this year. This might be the last time I come out here for a little bit and, visit whatever. Because, there's a lot of other places. Now that I'm a YouTuber, our followers would probably like if I had more traveling content, go to different places and everything. So yeah. But I haven't been here with you guys, so I think this would be really great content to share with you guys. Definitely gonna do a lot of food reviews while we're down there. So yeah, I think that definitely would be a great place to, g- get some good content. So yeah. And that's my childhood home. I would take that place over Disneyland over any day. I'd rather go to Wildwood anytime over Disneyland. Flyers? Philly Flyers? Oh, I thought there'd be more people on today. I'm not seeing my regulars, but it's all good. Nice to meet everybody that's new. Nice to see all you new people. I think we started off with a little too many trolls on this one, though. What we got here? But I feel like everybody's new on this live. I haven't seen anybody that I know yet. That's okay. I appreciate all the new subs, though. Um, I guess Wednesday wasn't the best night to go live. Well, that's okay. Hmm. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hmm. Oh, not much. How are you? I don't just make regular people mods. You have to know me. No, I'm not in Philly right now, but I will be next weekend. Oh, well, honestly, not as good as it used to be. The cost of living is a lot higher over here. Things are more expensive. Depends on where you go, though. Depends on where you're trying to visit. Depends on what state. If you're trying to visit the Midwest or you're trying to visit the East Coast. Just to know that everything's a little bit more pricey here. But I think if you want to visit it once, yeah, it's worth a visit. If you want to try different food or American food, I mean, it's definitely worth a visit. And just trying to find the cheapest options you can. If you go on the East Coast, though, yeah, it's gonna be a little more pricey. Just more expensive than it used to be. If you go to Cali, yeah, it's gonna be really expensive. Yeah, I guess the best way I could describe it, yeah, a little bit more expensive than it used to be. A lot more expensive than Europe or a lot of and most other countries that you go to. Cost of food and living here is a lot more. You go to Europe. I used to when I still do my Uber job. Every now and again, I drive around soldiers and they tell me that they stationed in Europe and they says Europe is a lot better than it used to be. I mean, Europe is a lot better price wise than Europe. Just getting there is more expensive, but Europe is a lot cheaper. So yeah. America's not. Just make sure you have a little bit of money when you come here. If you want to enjoy the city. If you want to enjoy America, that's what I could say. You don't say. Well, it depends on where you're visiting, though. I mean, are you visiting the East Coast, like New York, Pennsylvania, or are you visiting the Midwest, or Nebraska, Kansas, Texas, or Cali? Well, if you're traveling across the United States, I would say 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks is good. Yeah. Depends how much money you have to spend, though. Ooh, East Coast, Texas. Okay, there we go. I've not been to Texas, but I definitely is on my bucket list. East Coast. Oh, I would suggest too. Like if you go to the city on the East Coast or whatever, the cheaper places to eat are like food trucks or whatever. Have you if, just look up on YouTube, watch a few YouTube videos if you want to like learn how to do it efficiently, cost friendly or whatever. But a lot of videos that I watch say eat food trucks or whatever that are more cheaper. But yeah, I mean if you have time though. 20,000 euro. Okay, not bad. Okay. mm, I'm just talking about cost friendly or whatever, but yeah. Oh, you got some stuff for some good restaurants and some souvenirs, yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, just save when you can and go around, and it depends on what you like to do, also. Well, if you like, history, if you like seeing monuments, and you like seeing, artifacts or whatever, then try to find the ones that are free too. It depends on what you like too. A honey pot, like Winnie the Pooh says. I just discovered the last honey pot. Honey, I'm just a little black rain cloud hovering under the honey tree. That is another kid show that I loved. I'm gonna do a question on that. Question and answer on that. What's your favorite childhood TV show? Kid show when you were a kid. I don't know who that is. Oh, there you go. Well, it depends specifically what city you're going to. Also, I don't know who that is. I've been told I look like a lot of people. Oh, here's another game that I did play. Mafia 1 and Mafia 2. I never got to play the Mafia 1 because I couldn't use it. When I had an Xbox One and they said Mafia 1 would have worked on that, and it didn't. I really wish I could have played that. But Mafia 2, I played the crap out of that game. And then Mafia 3, I played part of that too. That was really cool. Oh man, and then they made the Mafia, the new one. I would like to play that one too. Hmm. Oh, Milan, Italy. Well, how you doing? Oh, buonasera. How are you? Oh my goodness. From Milan, Italy. Wow, you need to send me some of your cheese, your burrata cheese. I can't even find where I'm at. But I want to make assassin's pasta, spaghetti alla Sicilia this weekend. So yeah, how are you? You speak it, hablo Italiano a little bit. What do you mean? Good morning. Nice to meet you. Well, I hope you're gonna sub and subscribe. I'm sure you've had spaghetti alla Sicilia, right? You made spaghetti carbonara too before. I love Italian. You know, I do have Italian heritage. My mother is like 40% Italian too, so yeah. And her pizza is to die for, I tell you. I don't know though. You know, I actually did have some relatives, that visited from Italy, and then they came to America. And they came to where I was at. They didn't like the American coffee though. So the coffee was a little sweeter or whatever. The coffee over, I know your guys' coffee, what I would love to taste is more like espresso. It's more stronger. I want to go to Italy so bad. My mom wants to go to Italy too so bad. Hyatt. What the heck is the Hyatt? Yes, Mafia Old Country. You betcha. Oh, you know your games, that's for sure. I like it, Hunter. Wallet, I don't know what you mean by that. Exactly. Cappuccino, and espresso. Yes, they don't have regular coffee like in America. You might not like the coffee here. I don't know. Maybe you will. Always a lot different over there. Yes. Um, my relatives are from northern Italy, but that is definitely one of the top of my bucket list. I really am considering taking a trip over there next year. But you got to go around December because the flights are so expensive there. But yeah, I really hate paying over $1,000 just to go to over Europe. But yes, Europe is a place that really is a dream that I would love to visit. No, no, that's totally fine. I actually had a relative, that came over here from Italy and said didn't like the coffee here. A couple of them. No, you're probably right. It's totally different over there. But I know you. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you though. The food over in Milan you're gonna like is way better than American food. Our fast food is just shit food. I'm not gonna lie. But, I grew up American. I like the American food that we have. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they do make it tasty, but it's so bad for you. But I would really love to try the real pizza from Italy or Milan or whatever, or Sicily. And oh man, I would really love to try your real, what do you call it? Guanciale or the guancia. Oh, I love guanciale. And oh gosh, what is the pancetta? Oh man. Oh, you need to watch some of my channels. Maybe you could tell me what I'm doing wrong. Because I made spaghetti carbonara and I made spaghetti aglioli, and then I'm probably not even pronouncing it right. Rendia. Oh yeah, yeah, I can imagine. Man, oh man, you're making me feel bad. I started learning Italian. I started learning Italian on Babbel because it was free, but I gave up. I was a quitter, but I know a few words. Now you're making me want to try re-download my Babbel again. And this is what I like about being a YouTuber. Meeting people from other countries and they influence. You being an influencer and other people that you meet actually influence you that have real conversations that aren't trolls. Oh man. When you cut the spaghetti, you breaking my heart. I have a little Italian blood, but I'm more of an Irishman. But yes, I know a little bit of Italian food. That is the great cuisine. Pizza. That's one of the foods that I cannot live without, and I like margherita pizza. Yeah. Mm. A lot of people, I've actually, I've talked to other people that were Italians too. Like my relatives. They say, yeah, you're really missing out. If you haven't come to Italy, yeah, you would love to go. We would really love it. The food is so much different here. It's so much tastier. But you guys eat a lot of pasta. You don't eat a lot of meat, though. I've noticed. Yeah, and from the videos that I watch and the influencers that I watched. But there's one guy my dad watched. He says, "Eat like a Sicilian, live like an Italian, or something." I forget what it's called. I forget what his saying was, but yeah. Buongiorno. Of course. Cafe. That means coffee too. I knew how to say what was your name in Italian, but I forgot. And I told that to somebody who spoke Spanish, and he understood me because they're very similar. Nobody really wears sandals there or wears flip flops. Is that true? Wearing flip flops is like very unfashionable or something in the city. And like if you go to a restaurant in the morning, it's very common to see a chef eating there before he actually starts his shift or whatever. So it's totally different. Much more family oriented. I'm not a pretty boy. I'm an old man. I'm gonna be 37 in about a month. No joke. And that's why I have facial hair. If I shave, I just look like a kid. And I don't like it. It has its ups and downs. I get carded where a lot of places I go, but yeah. A dress for everything. Okay. We have a little fashion. That's what I like. One place too that I would really love to visit, the Venice. I'd love to see the gondoliers, and mainly too, what I would love to see is Vatican City because I'm Catholic. I would love to see the Pope, and I would love to see Vatican City though. But the food, that's number one, and then the Vatican City and the religious culture behind it too would be so cool. And see the Colosseum. I mean, I know so many people that went from work that actually went there. So you could live there for a year. There's so much to see. Haven't seen all the sites because there's so much to see. No, I haven't, but I did read. I actually know. I'm familiar with Nightfall. Isn't that what the Batman and the main one was actually based off of? Forgot what it was called. Yeah, Batman, The Dark Knight Rises. Wasn't that The Dark Knight Rises was based off Nightfall, from my understanding? I believe so. Yes, vaguely. But I I'm really stoked about Batman Part Two, though. No idea. We've only. Well, Waleed, I hope you like and subscribe. If you cut the spaghetti, you break in my heart. You guys just put the spaghetti right in the pot. You don't break it. You just put it in there. And I do like making, I made original fettuccine alfredo. Fettuccine alfredo. You guys just use basically Parmesan, and you just make it snow in there and just use pasta water. That's it. No cream. No cream is added to it. And that tastes way better. I tried making fettuccine alfredo several times, but like, I never could. I feel like it always came out too creamy. But then the original Italian way to make it is just, make you sure you shred your whatever cheese. And no pineapple on pizza for sure, right? You just shred your cheese, and then like snow, you have to shred it really finely like snow, and then just add it slowly, just like Parmesan. I got a video of that too. There you go. Very simple, and that's what I like about it. But see, that's the thing, And then, well, the other one that I made too. What's the vodka sauce? The vodka pasta. I forgot what it's called. I'll have to remember. But yeah, all your food is very basic and it's so easy to make. But yeah, I like a little bit of a challenge. I do like Italian cuisine. I mean, the more challenging one, like pizza, but I need to get better at that. And I've said many, many times, one of these days, in the future, I'm going to make a live or I'm going to make a video every day to make good pizza until I get it right. I don't do politics. I don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I do like stuffed crust, I'll have to admit, though. Stuffed crust is pretty good. Now, that's the only American way I would go. You should. You can email me or whatever, or you can, send it here if you want. I hope you stick around. Yeah, when we make Italian, it's really nice to actually have a native of Milan to actually watch my show. I'm probably no pro like you, though. I'll be honest, still. Maybe I can learn something from you. It was really delightful to have you on my channel, though. Killer Baby, I don't know what you're talking about. You sound really political. I have no idea what you're talking about. Hello, random. How are you? Nice to meet you, though. Good, good. How's your day going? Hmm. Hello. Well, anyway, this turned out to be a good live. I'm really glad that I met some good people. Just chow, you doom scrolling. That's what I do too. But I do it just to actually take inspiration to understand, how our YouTubers actually work with trolls, or how other YouTubers just, you know, uh, play out facilitate their videos or something like that, or put their videos in perspective. I just look for, inspiration. So yeah, I'm a YouTuber, and so yeah, I spend a lot of my time. But honestly, having a YouTube channel, I really don't even care. I don't have Facebook or Instagram or anything. I do, but I only use it for certain things. But yeah, YouTube takes enough of my channel. YouTube is enough, social media for me. I don't care about anything else. My goodness. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Elijah, I have no idea what you're talking about. See, that's the other thing. There's intellectuals, there's sportsmen, there's gamers, there's this, there's that. There's all people of all walks of life. Cannellini. Hmm. Burrata. Cannellini with cream. Okay. I'll have to try. Yeah, I don't. Unfortunately, where I live, it's hard to find burrata. I have to go to KC to get that. I probably could find it, but yeah, I'll have to travel a little bit. But yes, zucchini. Oh, and garlic. I really sounds familiar, but yeah. Hmm. Well, thank you. Cannellini. I've not tried that yet, but yes. How about rollatini? Is that a thing too? Hello. I have a lot of Spider-Man comics. I haven't read any of them though, but I need to start. I love the old classic Spider-Man comics though. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I was doing a food review and now I'm just chit-chatting. Huh? Cannellini. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, All-Star Superman. I'll have to look at that up. That's his own comic then? Cool. Well, Superman is my favorite superhero. I grew up being a Superman lover. I still am. Superman was my idol growing up, dude. I tell you. Yeah, I get that a lot. Well, I am a YouTuber, so yeah. Anyway. Wow, I almost went over to an hour. You know, usually I end in 40 minutes, but yeah, because I usually have something else going on. So, I mean, it's good that I actually get it to an hour because, you know, I've looked up YouTube recommendations and everything. Great talking to you too. Ciao. Buonanotte. Buonanotte. Yeah, good night, right? Great talk. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm definitely going to look that up though. I'm pretty sure there's a recipe associated with what you're telling me. I'm going to look up other ones too, though. But thank you so much, Waleed. I appreciate it. Hope to see you soon, now. Buena nota, though. Yes. I did learn a little Italian. You know, I'm gonna re-download my Babbel now. You motivated me. I appreciate it. I'm not the only influencer. You guys influenced me, and that's what I like about it. The social networking thing about YouTube. You know. I almost got to an hour though. You know, I was saying. I mean, if you as a YouTuber, like if you have less subscribers, if you're trying to get the watch time that you need, you make hour videos. Sometimes if you have a lot of watch time, if you have a lot of followers and you know have a lot of followers usually on when you do a live, then you only need to make 20 or 30-minute videos. But you should make hour videos. That really longer videos do help. You know when you're trying to get the watch time. All right, guys. Well, this was a lot of fun. You know, I think I'm going to call it a night. And you know, I appreciate the all the talks and the discussions and you know all the questions and concerns, comments. You know, I really appreciate it. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks for all the new subscribers. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Have a good night, and as always, happy cooking. I will see you soon. I will see you guys soon. Bye.